Hello, my sunny Aquarius souls, and welcome to Sunshine Intuitive Readings. This is your monthly reading for November 2016, so welcome and thank you for watching. I'd also invite you to check out my Facebook page. The address is in the description box below. I'm trying to expand my social media presence slowly but surely, and I will be running a contest during the month of November. For simply liking and sharing, and you could potentially win a full year ahead forecast, so please check that out. I've also had some inquiries last month as to how to go about getting a personal reading from me. So I do accept requests for personal readings, but by email only. So if you would like to have a personal reading with me, just email me at the email address included in the description box below, and we can discuss the best time and the best reading that would suit you for your current situation. I'd also invite you to check out your rising and moon signs, as sometimes there's things that will pop out or resonate in those readings that don't always necessarily pop out in your sun sign reading, depending on the aspects of your chart for the month of November. So check those out too. There might be something in there that you find of value. So with all of that being said, let's take a peek at what we have in store for Aquarius for the month of November 2016. I will be doing the same spread that I did last month. I did share with you that I love this spread, so I will be doing it again. The way the cards all speak to each other is amazing in this spread, so I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. Alright, Aquarius, so looks like an interesting month. In this position here, which represents fire, and interestingly enough, we have the Queen of Wands. This card speaks to your creative forces, your will, your ambition. I always call it the passion card, the action card, the thing that gets you moving. Here you have the Queen of Wands, which is interesting because the energy of the Queen of Wands is very direct, very forceful, but in a calm manner, very sure-footed, very knowledgeable, very warm, not a cold individual. But I see this month, Aquarius, even though it comes out as a person, I see this as you adopting more of this energy this month in your actions and in what you do this month. I see you adopting this take charge attitude. We're going to get things done. This is what I want to have done, and this is how it's going to play out. I see you kind of holding no prisoners this month, Aquarius. You're very committed to a plan of action, and you're going to take steps to get it done. So almost assuming that authoritarian role this month, Aquarius, is what I see. Now, in the position of air, which represents your current strategies, your thoughts, your goals, this is what plays on your mind for the month of November. It could sometimes be the card that keeps you up at night. I hope it's not. But in this position here, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a wonderful card to be thinking about, Aquarius. I see this as you're thinking about where you want to go next. You're thinking about the bigger picture this month, Aquarius, and the Wheel of Fortune speaks to either the beginning of a cycle or the end of a cycle. So I see you this month either thinking about, I had a plan way back when. Have I come to where I want it to be? Am I where I want it to be on that plan? Do I need to get a new plan? Have I achieved everything in my last plan and now I need to move forward? Now, this is a general reading, so this could apply to each one of you differently, whether it's on a personal level or a business level or a health level. But I do see you giving some serious thought to your bigger goals, your life goals. and where you are in obtaining them. It could be that you are giving a lot of thought to a new journey that you're about to embark upon. Now, in the position of water, which represents your emotions, you have the Eight of Swords. I am picking up from this, Aquarius, that somebody has deceived you. You did not see the full picture, and now you do. I don't like to tell you that, but that is what the message is that I'm getting. I see you being quite distraught about that, and because of that, you are formulating how that affects what your previous goals were and what your future goals are. Now, this deceit, or it could even be an outright backstabbing situation, could have recently happened, or it could happen during the month of November. Now, in this position here, which speaks to Earth, so this talks about coping with everyday life, the things around you that help you get through everyday life. So these could be the material things around you, could be people, could be places, but the things that impact you in your day-to-day dealings. Now, here you have the Page of Swords. Now, I always say the pages are the dudes that carry the news. You have them in reverse. Now, in an upright position, this is a very swift message coming in. Very swift, very to the point. In a reversed position, I feel that this is something that it is news coming in that has developed over time. So you may have had inklings of something happening, but you didn't have the full picture, and now you do. The end message that will kind of complete your picture will come in this month, or like I say, has recently come in for you. But I think that you have had the gist of the situation, but that final message that gives you the full picture will come in this month, and it will change the way that you look at life. Now, this card here represents what drives you in new directions. Interestingly enough, you have the Chariot, which speaks to second chances, new beginnings. This is a card of strength. I just have to share that with you. This is one of the strongest cards in the deck for strength. So you know that you are very strong, Aquarius, regardless of what this message is. And, you know, I look at this card here, your state of action, and you are taking that authoritarian role this month, Aquarius, from a very strong standpoint. This right here speaks again to being strong, potentially going out and trying something for a second time, a new beginning, again from a point of strength, having the full picture and embarking on what it is you need to do. And again, he's in his chariot and he's charging ahead. So I see this month, Aquarius, you're taking action. This is an action month. And I see that it could be driven because of finding out the full picture, which may not have been the most pleasant news, may not have been what you had wished for. But I also see you taking this news, not dwelling on it, and saying, okay, the chips have fallen. What will I do now? Where do I need to go for my next move? And you're doing that very gracefully this month, Aquarius, and very sure-footed. Now here, this card represents what helps you maintain a balanced and healthy lifestyle. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now the Ace of Wands in an upright position speaks to new beginnings that are just coming out of the ground, as you can see. In a reversed position, I see this as you are looking at things from a holistic view this month. You are not caught, you're not seeing, like, the term seeing the forest through the trees stands out to me. You see the forest this month, Aquarius. I see that you are not jumping into new endeavors without giving it thought. You are looking at what may have happened in the past when you didn't give it a lot of thought. Maybe you've trusted too easily, put your faith in the wrong people or groups. I see that this month, Aquarius, you are sure about the path that you need to take. And you're looking at it from a very common sense perspective. You're looking at it very logically. You're not letting your emotions get in your way. Even though I know that you may be hurt, that is not what you're showing. You are showing grace and you're showing strength this month as you embark on the new endeavor. Now here, this symbolizes the card of things that potentially you need to let go of to move forward. Now in this card here, you have the Seven of Swords, which, as you can see, it looks like somebody who's kind of smug, pulled the wool over their eyes. Look, I got away with all these swords. I left them with 2, but look at what I got. In a reverse position, I see this as you've already let this go, Aquarius. Like, I see whatever this news is that comes in is kind of like the final straw kind of thing. You've kind of seen it coming. You've had an inkling. The news comes in, even though you were hoping that it wouldn't come in, it did. But you've already given it the forethought. I feel like you've already gone through the what ifs. You've already thought about the worst case scenario playing out and what you would do. And I feel that it comes to a head this month and you're saying, yep, see ya. I don't see you dragging. I don't think that this will be a big challenge for you to let go of whoever this is. I don't see that as a challenge at all. If this was in an upright position, I would read this that you potentially, this could be very devastating for you. I feel that you've already, like I said earlier, have kind of seen what's coming. Even though you were hoping and praying that it wouldn't come, it did come. And you knew exactly how you were going to address it, and you are. And from a very, very strong position. Now this position, this card position, speaks to the universe and what they want to tell you to guide you for higher fulfillment, what they're sending your way. You have the Devil in a reverse position. And this is why I like reversals, because it tells you the true story of the card that you pulled in the position that you pulled it in. In an upright position, this talks about bondage, being imprisoned or feeling imprisoned, feeling trapped, like you can't get out. The universe is sending you a way out this month. Almost like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. It may not be the most pleasant of situations, Aquarius, and I hate to be giving you this message, but at the same point, know that even though it may seem a bit challenging in the sense that it hurts this month, at the same breath, you will feel like a huge weight has lifted off your shoulders. Like, oh, it's over. It's done. I now know. I know everything I need to know. My answers have been given to me. It may not have been what I was hoping for, but at the same breath, now I can move on. And I can get back to the path that I want to be on. And I can take the steps to get there. I feel like the universe is sending you that release this month. So that news may not be what you were hoping to receive, but that is the universe's way of releasing that pressure that's been building up for some time. Now, in this position here, this is the universe's reaction to your current state of being. So here you have the Five of Cups. So you can see you've got an individual here looking at what they've lost, but they don't see what they have. So I feel that, they've turned their back on what they've had. And I feel that leading up to this event, and this may have played part in what you were thinking about, the what ifs. If this is true, I'm going to lose this person. And they mean so much to me. But if they truly meant so much to you, they wouldn't have double-crossed you. So, I think that this month, I think the universe has seen that you were focusing so much on the loss or the potential loss, if this news was true, coming in. The universe is saying, it's time to wake up. It's time to see the other people in your life, or the other factors in your life that are positive, that are standing behind you, that have your back 110% through thick and thin. And this is the universe's way of letting you know there are people or things, factors in your world that need to go. Because you are when you're focusing so much on, this negativity, and in your mind, I know leading up to this, it probably didn't feel negative because you try to see the best in people. But truly, if this is something that someone has done to you, that's not a good thing, Aquarius. And I think the universe is saying it's time to wake up. It's time to release that unhealthy relationship or factor from your life, so you can move on with the show and get back to you. Get back to what you want out of life. Now, in the last card here, which could be the first card, really, this is the premise or the foundation of the entire spread. And you have the Tower, and you can't deny the Tower. The Tower does speak. It can, in some situations, talk to crisis, but I see it as a transformational card. Because whenever something happens that impacts you to the point that you do need to make a change and embark on a new journey, that's a very transformational card. So something will be happening that will change your outlook. It may hurt. But you will take steps to transform the way you think. You may put defenses up. And, in this situation, I don't always like to preach putting defenses up, but in some situations, you do. And I feel that you, like I said at the very beginning, you're taking no prisoners this month. If you've wronged me, goodbye. I feel that you are very cut and dry this month, Aquarius, as you move towards separating yourself from this influence that does not have your best interests at heart. And you now have proof. You now have that final vantage point that puts all the pieces in place. I always like to pull 2 extra cards to give me a little bit more insight to the overall reading. And I'm really glad that I pulled these cards, Aquarius, because this reading, to be quite honest, is one of the heavier ones that I've had this month. And we've been talking a lot about, this situation that has either recently happened or is just about to happen during this month. And I know I've talked about how strong and graceful you're going to be, but these 2 cards really, they drive the message home. Here you have the Page of Pentacles. Again, pages are the dudes that carry the news. And this is Pentacles, so this speaks about money. Regardless of the messages that you receive this month, and you will be moving off. You may have insecurities about, is this going to work out? I've got to go down a whole new path now. I've got to rechart my course. Something will come in that will give you the reassurance and the guidance to know that everything is going to be okay. You're going to have enough money to do what you need to do to get done. You might not have an abundance of money, but you will have the means to do what you need to do to resolve this situation in a healthy way for you. Now, I also pulled the Ace of Pentacles, which again is beautiful. This speaks to a new journey, a journey that will take a while to come to fruition. But it's a very beautiful journey that you are embarking upon. So I know we've focused a lot about, what's bringing you to this new journey, but these two cards really speak to the positive influence and factors that are at play by taking these new steps. So, this really speaks to you are making the right decision by going out on a limb. And, well, I wouldn't even say it's a limb, Aquarius. I feel that you're extremely sure-footed about this decision. I think you've given it a lot of thought in the past about if this ever happened, and it has, and now you're just moving forward. But these two cards speak to the energies at play for the new direction that you're moving on into, and very positive cards. It's going to be okay. You're going to have the support. You're going to have the means. It's a beautiful, peaceful journey that you are embarking upon, and it's going to be a sustainable journey. It's going to be a long journey, a healthy journey. So with all of that being said, Aquarius, it sounds like you might have a bit of a tricky month ahead of you. In the same breath, though, I see you handling this month and the challenges that come up extremely well. And I see this all coming out at the end of the month like you are doing amazing. So whatever challenges come up, just know that you are being looked after by the universe, that this is happening for a higher reason, to keep you aligned more with who you are and what your true aspirations and goals are. So with all of that being said, I wish you much love this month, Aquarius. Keep your head up, keep smiling, and enjoy the sunshine.